Alright guys, I am in my RV. I am in a 31 footer. Ooh, classy of course. And make sure I got the keys. Yes I do. So we're heading out. Unfortunately it's a gasser, so it's gonna cost more to, I won't be getting that good diesel discount, so that sucks. And we're heading towards New York, so you know, gas is expensive there. We're just going to put this address in and then we're going to get on the road. In case you're wondering too, so the past 2 times that we were driving, we're both at different yards. So I have to, you know, once I'm in a unit, I have to log my hours. But once I get here, I just turn it off while I help him with his inspection and stuff. But once I'm, you know, like actually on the road again, I mark it and make sure you have the correct city that you're in. And I have a GPS for this, and I have the side mirrors, which is nice, cameras. Alright, he's ready to go, so see you guys when we're on the road. I'm going to do my first fill up at 60 miles till E. And it's 203 here, which I think is going to be cheapest I'm gonna get. But I'll get back to you guys once I know how much it is to fill this thing up. $94.50. It's like 42 gallons or something like that. Crazy. I mean, you know, it comes with the job, you know you gotta fill it up or whatever, but 529 miles to E and I have 670, so I'd only have to fill up one more time, I guess, which isn't terrible, but the PA Mountains, who knows. But I'm gonna get on the road. I wanted to see how many gallons was in here, but the guys next to me kept staring, so I was uncomfortable and just stopped filming. But yeah, I want to find out, because alright, so I can't remember how much I'm getting paid for this run, but I'm going to talk about payment and all that other stuff in my next coming up video. But I'm getting 500 and something. So I'm getting 500 and something, and I just spent $94 on my first fill up. But like I said, if I just have to fill up that one more time, then that's not too bad. But like I said, it's going to be more than that because of the PA Mountains and stuff like that. So I'm trying to call Sean. I gotta turn my Bluetooth off. But let's get on the road. I have 10.5 hours. Unfortunately, we're both not at the same dealership. He's about like an hour and a half away, so I'm gonna head to mine and he's gonna head to his, and I'm just gonna wait for him at mine. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so we stopped in Youngstown. We usually stop here before we go into PA because gas is really cheap over here for diesel. I'm paying $2.14 a gallon for gas. He paid $1.94 I think for diesel. I'm at half a tank, but I want to fill up because I really don't want to have to put any gas while we're in PA. If you have a rewards, you get 3 cents off for gas. So it's $2.17. I'm paying $2.14. I'll let you guys know what it stops at. Alright guys, it's the next morning. We stopped off at the first plaza in PA. We were exhausted. So when I gassed up at that Pilot, I paid $2.14 a gallon. I pumped 29.68. So altogether it was $63.80. I saved 3 cents a gallon, which totaled 89 cents. Woo! I have 450 miles till E. I believe I will have a little less than 100 miles. I'm hoping that'll be a quarter of a tank. I know for the other RV that I had, it was about 100 miles for a quarter of a tank. If I had to fill it up a little bit, it would only be like $5 to $10. I think that's all I had to tell you guys. We're gonna head on the road. That way, you know, can knock this out. And like I said, Sean and I have to separate. And this plaza, that's what I had to tell you. This plaza, that the first service plaza in PA when you're coming from Ohio, there's hardly any spots here. It's such a small rest area. So Sean and I parked in the car area. He's sideways and I'm parked right behind him. That way when I move, he could back up. But it's just, keep in mind that if you come here and you have a big RV, ours is only 19 feet. I don't know, it doesn't look 19 feet. But keep in mind that if you have like a really big RV, that you might have a hard time finding a spot if you get here pretty late. We got here, I think around 8 or 9, it started raining and trucks were like speeding past us. I was going 60 in the Soline, because you know, it's hard. The roads are really dark at night in PA. But enough rambling, I'm gonna get on the road and I'll talk to you guys when I link back up. I'm at the last rest area in PA. I had to go to the bathroom. So like I said, Sean's getting there before me, so I'm just like basically taking my time. Every time you stop, or you fuel, anything like that that has to do with the RV, while you're driving, you have to, you know, put yourself with them, keep trucking. Hopefully you guys can hear. I have a damn fly in here. Oh, he's right there. No, he went the wrong way. Oh, did he get out? This is the second freaking fly that's been in here. Alright. Okay. Let me close the windows that way you can hear me. So right now I'm on a bathroom break. Like I said, Sean is going to get there before me, and I really don't want to have to sit there for an hour and 17 minutes waiting for him at the dealership. So I'm just taking my time. I might have to fuel up. Let me see how many miles I got. I'm almost at that line that makes it a quarter. I mean, it was under that line for a quarter of a tank. So, let me see. I have 45 miles to get there. I have 163. We'll see. What else was I gonna tell you? Oh, whenever you stop, make sure you like do a walk around, make sure everything's good, make sure your tires, whatever, are fine. There's something else I had to tell you guys and I can't remember. I'll probably remember it while I'm driving too. Oh, yes, I remember. I don't know if you'll be able to see it though. Let me take you off of this for a sec. So with RVs that you get, they're gonna be, I mean, I believe this is a 2020. Let me look at the paperwork. They'll probably say it on like the title. I don't know if I have that or right here. The day that they made it was July 1st, 2020. So 2020. So they're gonna, oh crap, I can't get that back in there. They come pretty like equipped electronically wise. This one has like the side mirrors. Let me see if I can, if I really don't have to run the car to show you, but if I have to, I will. So you have your backup cam, which I really like. I don't know why it beeps like that, but I really like that you have a backup cam. Then every time you turn, it shows you. Now obviously all of them don't, you know, have this. Like the diesel one that I had didn't do this. But, so where that red line is, that's where the RV ends. So when I'm passing somebody, I have to make sure that they're nowhere near here. And obviously if someone's in here, you don't make your turn or get into the lane. And here too. So this is where the mirror is, and this is back, and that's where my end of the RV is at. And it goes for the other side too. It is a little slow. So when I pull out, you know, nobody's there right now. But if somebody is like, you know, like really close, obviously don't go if they're really close. Like I can't show you while I drive. But make sure you leave enough space for you know, the person behind you, when you make your turns, make sure you know, pay attention. With this company, we don't have to do like, we have to do a pre-trip. Like, you gotta walk around, make sure you don't see anything that's like really bad. But if you see like, you know, when we did Horizon, I showed you guys like every little thing that I pointed out. When I was at one of the yards, the guy came up to me and he's like, oh no, we don't do that here. He's like, I mean, you can take pictures if you want. He's like, but they're not as strict as Horizon. So like, if I get a chip in the glass or a chip in the front, I'm not liable for that, because like with Tow Away, you guys have a mud flap to protect the RV. I don't have anything for the front or for the glass to protect me. I did notice some stuff on here. I had some pictures in, but it's like stuff around the door trim, around the side compartments. I took a picture of that. It's, you know, whether they say to do it or not, just do it just in case, because you don't want to get that bond taken away from you. Ours is $1,000. I can't remember Classic. I think Classic was $1,500. I can't remember on top of my head. But I'm gonna head out soon. That way I drop this off. Like I said, I might have to gas out. I'm not doing it here. I think it's $288 for regular. I can only imagine for diesel, but I ain't doing that. I think that's it. Oh, from one, I guess, if I'm gonna explain it. I guess men could be afraid too. When you're by yourself, just be like, just watch your surroundings. I mean, nothing happened to me, but just, you know, like, I should lock my door first. Well, that's another thing too, is when if you're going to be sleeping in the unit, for drive away you're allowed to sleep in the unit, for tow away you're not allowed to sleep in the unit. So for me, I'm allowed to sleep in the unit if I have a sleeping bag and on the couch. I can't open up a slide and sleep on the bed and make myself a nice comfy cozy, you know. I sleep in the truck with Sean, so make sure all your doors are locked, because you don't need, God forbid, if you leave this door open, this main door, and someone, you know, makes themselves comfy in here, hides in the bathroom or something, and pops out while you're driving. I'm not saying it's gonna, you know, you never know. Just be very cautious of your surroundings. Oh, take your end caps off for the trailers too. Make sure when you're doing your walk around, make sure all your screens up on top, your roof vents are closed, because one of mine were open on the other one. For the and also too, for the diesel one that I drove, I had, how many miles till E? I think 398. For this, I'm getting 598 till E. So far, knock on wood, I've been doing pretty good money-wise. I mean, I'm not going to get rich from this, and I'm not paying for airfare to get back, but so far, I'm doing pretty good. It's extra money, you know, for Sean and I, especially, you know, we don't want to keep doing this forever. I know a lot of you want, also, hello to my new subscribers. I'm sorry, this video is all over the place. A lot of you subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. What was I gonna say before that? I really can't remember now. But yeah, but I'm not paying for my airfare. You know, Sean picks me up. We were thinking about him just following me. I hurry up and drop mine off, then I jump in and we head to his. But I don't know if the company would pay for his toll, you know, for getting off. Like for Horizon, you have a PC Miller, and you have to follow that PC Miller or Miller, I don't know. I think it's Miller, because I think there's 2 L's. You have to follow it, or else you don't get reimbursed for your tolls. But for where we're at, where the company we're with, we don't have that, and they cover our tolls like there and back. There are certain states that they don't cover on your way back, like Massachusetts, New Hampshire, stuff like that. But after these, we're gonna probably head like more south and more over to the west, because even though they only cover certain tolls with Sean when he's heading back. Like, he gets off the highway. So in case this is for anybody, for you guys too, is we don't want to pay full price for gas on the highway. I mean, you know, he has a diesel truck. I don't even know how much diesel is here, but it's at least probably $3 a gallon. That means $2.88 alone for regular. So we get off of the highway, and they cover our tolls for that. But when we're heading back empty, and he gets off the highway to fuel up, they don't cover him for that. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to fuel up on the highway because it doesn't make any sense to pay a $14 toll to pay $1.94 for gas. You get what I'm saying? Oh, now I know what it is too. A lot of you are asking if it's worth doing this, and I'm going to be doing a video on that. And if you're not comfortable, like with a load, like with the length, the size, whatever, don't take it. So, because then there goes your, if you hit something or something happens, there goes your bond, and I don't know if you'd get deleased since you just started, but no, it's alright. So I'm just gonna, I have to pay attention to the load board. I'm able to like look and see if they, you know, have anything heading. Let me see if they added anything. No, still just that one, and I really do not feel like doing that. And it's gas too. But heading down isn't too bad, because once you get down after Kentucky, there's no tolls, and I think a little bit into Kentucky there's a really cheap Pilot, I think it is, but it's for diesel, not for gas. Alright, I'm gonna head on the road because it's 56 minutes to get there, and now it's in orange, so it means there's traffic somewhere, and that kind of sucks. And I have to, I got all my paper that I gotta bring inside with me. But if I think of anything else, I'll shoot it into the video. Oh, I don't think I told you guys that I was transporting a Greyhawk, and it's 31 feet. The first RV I did was 23. I think the longest I might do is 32. I did my road test in that. I think that's the longest I'll be able to handle. 34 feet, I don't know, especially for a Class A. I looked up photos of it to see like if I'd be able to do it, since he has a run that could go to the same dealership, but I can't. It's intimidating, especially being high up. I think that's what it is. It's being high up. I don't like being that high up. I like being like more lower to the ground. And it makes me, when I'm driving this, I feel like I'm driving the pickup. But obviously it's longer, and you know, I gotta be more careful, and I got the overhang. But I feel, like I said, I feel more comfortable in this. But when you first start, you have to dispatch, at least in my company. Classic, I didn't have to. If you want to go with Classic and you're like overwhelmed in the beginning, they say, okay, just close when you're ready for a load. But for where we're at, we have to take a load when orientation is done. So they don't force you. They tell you like, okay, where do you want to go? So you tell them where you want to go, and if you're uncomfortable with the length, just mention it to them. Tell them, oh, I'm not really ready to take something that big. And they're very nice. I'm sure whoever you go with, they'll understand. And I hope you guys are able to hear me better with this case. I think it's the case that I had on that I sounded like muffled and low. But hopefully you guys can hear me better on this. Oh man, it's adding time. Alright, it's my cue to get going. Alright guys, so I dropped off. I had to wait over an hour for Sean to pick me up, so that was fun. I had to wait outside because I had no service inside. It was nice and quick, easy drop off. Because of COVID, they just checked the outside and let you go, and then later on they checked the inside. I don't know, but I don't mind. I didn't have to fill up again, which was really nice. It had, like, just at the line was the gas for a quarter of a tank, so I can't say nothing. It's not a quarter of a tank. Every time. So we're about to grab some buffalo. What? Alright. Kissies. Aww. We're about to grab some Buffalo Wild Wings. And then be back on the road again. And if you're not, you should comment, subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you. If you're not, please subscribe. And if you have any questions about driveway, towaway, anything, just text below. We're not that far from Staten Island where our family's at, so we're gonna go see them. Anyway, so my mom's birthday is the 7th, and you know, she passed. So Outback was her favorite place. So tomorrow we're gonna treat my dad and sister to Outback for my mom. She was in love with Outback. Outback, Goobers. Oh my god, remember our Goobers?
Goobers!
I always had to get our Goobers.
Yep. We got our big pack of Goobers for our birthday.
Yeah.
50 pack.
But yeah, we're gonna do that.
Stank!
Smile! Happy!
Are you videoing the back window or him?
Him! It's on him, isn't it? One thing I don't like about this camera is, like, with the GoPro you can touch like the back screen and I'll show you what it's aimed at. I can't do that for this camera.
What a loaf.
Oh, shut up. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm steak.
I'm making money moves.
Come on, because that's what falls on the side. If you eat at Buffalo, try their, what do we get, the Buffalo Ranch wrap? It's pretty good.
I know.
He's gonna get mad. He's getting mad.
Hey, you be nice. See, everybody thinks that I'm his favorite. I am not his favorite.
Let me see, alright, let's see what happens when I give him kisses.
He's growling at me. Why are you growling at me? I'm not even touching you.
Oh boy. Oh! I'll see you guys in the next video.
Okay.